more. And we do have a disclaimer that, your efforts is going to be what Bonanza Global is for you. It's not going to be based upon, nothing is guaranteed on if you choose to share this, how hard you choose to share this, but on the passive side, that's going to be depending upon many, many factors. And all income projections should be considered as guarantees of projection of your participation in successful marketing efforts on the sharing end. On the passive end, we're going to talk about that as we go here, because we are a hedge fund, and we are Bonanza, a hedge fund with mission of providing our partners with attractive profitability and growth opportunities at the same time. So I am an accredited investor, and I am in other hedge funds, and at those other hedge funds, if I was not a accredited investor of over 250,000 in or $1 million in assets, I would not be able to be a part of those other hedge funds. Well, here, because of blockchain technology and different aspects, they've been able to take a crowdfunding aspect into this section of Bonanza Life, which is Bonanza Global, which is the marketing aspect of it, and have been able to give regular everyday people an opportunity to be a part of this hedge fund for as low as $500. Now, in the future, that is going to change, and that's going to go up. But right now, as low as $500, you can be a part of Bonanza. And so what exactly is a hedge fund? A hedge fund is financial partners that use pooled funds and employ different strategies to earn attractive returns for their investment. These funds may be managed aggressively or make use of derivatives and leverage to generate higher returns. Francisco, so I've met these gentlemen in 2 different states now. I went to an event in Houston, and then I went ahead and flew out and spent some time at the office. I know that AJ and Bill went out to the office, and they've met these gentlemen in person as well. And they just are big money people. They just have been helping people to turn their money into more money for a long, long time. Paz Sanchez Miano is actually who if you join Bonanza, you'll be signing, and he'll be the signature on the DocuSign that you'll be signing with. And Paz has a vast experience in investment and risk management in big corporations, has been a CEO of Transamerica Equity Partners from 2010 to 2017 with $500 million in his testimony. In his portfolio. So Bonanza Global has been registered in El Salvador. You can go look this up, and also on our website, which Andrea will put in the chat for information. All of this is listed on there as well. Anybody's welcome to visit 9440 Santa Monica Boulevard, Suite 301 in Beverly Hills. Yes, that great zip code of 90210. And I've been here and enjoyed being educated, both in the boardroom and in the 3 different offices, and seeing how they can gather their information from all of the people that are leveraging and trading and doing the different things that are leveraging our money. So here's our filings in California Secretary of State. Now, Bonanza Global is considered the marketing arm of Bonanza Life, which is the major hedge fund. The major hedge fund is registered with the SEC, and the minor hedge fund is a feeder into the major hedge fund. Again, the marketing arm thereof. So it's an extremely exciting opportunity for all of us regular everyday people. And here's our registration, Department of Treasury. And so all of that right on the presentation, all of that right on the website, all of that right at your fingertips to go check out yourself. Like we can get Paz and Francisco on the phone anytime almost, and help anybody out with anything. So far in the 5+ months that we've been involved here, it's real simple that every single thing that has come up, has been either fixed or made better. And that progression you just love to hear. We have the best traders and diversification strategies using liquid assets, crypto, Forex, petroleum and natural gas, futures, and binary options. So I loved when he laid out just one of these categories, and just one of these categories being let's just talk about petroleum. And we own a ship, and that ship is bringing in about 100,000 gallons a week that they hope to get up to 100,000 gallons twice a week. And so just that alone would take care of the entire field and the entire plan of what you're about to see. Nevertheless, all of the rest of these are doing just incredible, and they get to compound with the money involved in the hedge fund, of course. So Bonanza packages range, like we talked about before, from $500 all the way up in increments hereof, or multiple increments thereof, all the way to $1 million. And multiples thereof. So somebody could come in at 5 million, somebody could come in at 1,500,000 and buy 2 packages, whatever their case may be. Well, let's just step back here just for a minute and talk about that. Each of these packages, you get to choose when your return on investment comes back to you. So you are the choice. You get to choose whether you want to see money come into your bank account or into your USDT TRC20 account on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, on an every 6 months basis, or on an annual basis. And by choosing which one you would prefer is how you would have cash in hand. So if you choose to be paid, and you came in at 10,000 and you choose to be paid monthly, then you would get $1,000 land right into your wallet every single month. Every single month on the Friday after the date that you came in. The same would happen annually with 15%. Here you're saying, I don't need to touch this money, and I don't need any of it back monthly. I'll let it ride with you all, and you'll now get 15% return on investment on a monthly basis, but all of it will be paid all at once at the end of the year, plus your seed money. So if I put in 10,000 and I did annually, real simple math, 10,000 would turn into 28,000 at the end of the contract. So obviously our contracts, most of them, we're going to talk about one that's 2 years, but every contract is a year contract besides the insured contract. Okay, so let's just skip on back past that, and let's look at those examples. So as we talked about using $10,000, if you withdraw every month, then you'd get 10% a month, right? So you would get 12,000 in profit. 1,000 times 12 months is 12,000 plus your principal back. So I don't know about you, but taking 10,000, turning it into an extra 12,000, making 22,000 by the end of the year excites me. Well, let's just jump that up and say, I don't need to see my ROI, but nothing but quarterly. That would work out for me. But if I got an extra 1,250 every quarter, that would be a real good extra paycheck for me, and that would help out a lot. So I'm going to put my 10,000 in quarterly, and I'm going to make 15,000 in profit, and I'm going to get my 10,000 back as well. And then if you chose to do half a year, then twice in a year, you would make a total profit of 16,500 in profit plus your principal. And then 15% would be 18,000 profit plus your principal. You can purchase your investment package. We have a new slideshow coming out, so bear with us here. But bank wire transfer, we no longer can do. We only can do in cryptocurrency. And so that's real easy though. If you prefer to bank wire, we'll teach you how to bank wire right into your own cryptocurrency wallet and turn that right around into USDT TRC20, which is your cheapest fees, and then invest in the Bonanza project. We found that this can be automated and automatic, and it is the safest, fastest and most reliable way to transfer money is through the blockchain. There are no minimum withdrawals. It says here $50, but there are no minimum withdrawals. Anytime that anything was withdrawn out of your account, there is a 5% withdrawal fee, period. So withdrawal payments are paid in USDT TRC20, which is otherwise known as equivalent to the US dollar in Tron network. Your monthly ROI is paid by the system 30 days from the start date of your investment on the following Friday. So we do have contracts that go out once you purchase your investment. Within a week, you this is something that I on the new slides, I hope has changed, because they've had a little bit of trouble keeping up on the DocuSigns. And within a week, you will receive an email on your Bonanza Global with a promissory note, which you have to sign and return back to Bonanza Global through DocuSign. So you are contracted with them on your return on investment, on what you'll get paid monthly, on what you'll make at the end of the contract, on that you'll get your seed money back at the end of the year. So all of that is listed in there. We do have a money back guarantee. This is real simple, is that you'll get 80% money back guarantee anytime for any reason that you are uncomfortable in your investment with Bonanza. Why 80%? Because as you're going to see here shortly, that if people choose not to be passive, that there's other money that can be made. And when you come in, there is payments that have went out in that process to whomever introduced you here. But 80%, if somebody would like 100%, the only way for that to happen early is if there was a death in the family that can be proven with a death certificate or whatnot. But 80% of your money can be returned to you. Now, here's the kicker on that. Let's say that I came in at 15% and it was 5 months in and I just had an emergency and I needed it. I don't have to explain what that is. I don't have to do anything. Not only will I get 80% back, but I'll get the return on investment that I've made for those 5 months as well, without any questions. So that's the Bonanza way. It's the right way to do business. So if I had been in 5 months and I chose 15% ROI, I'm getting that 15% ROI plus 80% of my investment back. So just love that about this company. It's going to just get better and better and more comfortable as you see that the top 10 companies in insurance are willing to underwrite and insure these investments. If you're a qualified investor and invest $50,000 or more, you can go with a 2-year contract at 5%. Well, I'm not too sure if in 2 years, 120% on 50,000 or more would interest most people. Well, they use a life settlement program, and that life settlement program is used by many wealthy investors to insure their money. Yes, it's being underwritten through the banks and through the top 10 insurance policy holders, top 10 carriers in the world. And all of those big names that you well know, New York Life, all of those. And so just love the fact that we have this opportunity. The best kept secret in investing in venture capital is right here, using life settlements to ensure your investment of 50,000 or more. So everything that I've talked about so far is real simple, isn't it? You choose your ROI, you choose the amount you come in at, minimum of 500 all the way up to millions. And you come in and you get that return either monthly, quarterly, half a year, or yearly returned to you. And then you get your contract paid back in full of what you've invested at the end of the year contract, unless you did 50,000 or more and chose to be insured. What I found so far is many people's come in at 100,000, 50,000, different things, and they don't want to do the insurance. They understand investing and they want to get the 10 and 15%. So there you go. Just love that. So all of that has been the passive side of things. Maybe that's all that you're here for. That's all that you're looking for. Nobody has to share this ever whatsoever, no matter what. But we do have a rewards program that allows you to receive rewards that are totally independent from your investment package for helping us share our vision and growth opportunities. Well, I went and checked once I got part of Bonanza, and I went and checked with the other hedge funds that I'm a part of. And I asked them, I said, if I bring people to the table that put more money in, is there a finder's fee? And they said, yeah. And so it was a whole 3%, which was still awesome. I mean, think about getting 3% if you brought somebody in $1 million. That's incredible. Well, the incredible thing is that our rewards program is even better. And we have this video from Paz on a Saturday drawing out the numbers and showing us just how they can pay out what they pay out, and just how that just one or two of the categories of those 6 categories totally covers the entire field easily, with how that they work with our money. So it's incredible. Direct bonus. This is, for some people, this is what they totally get excited about. But as you go into depth, it gets even better. But when an associate directly links a person and they acquire any of the Bonanza investment packages through their referral link, again, if you never want to share it, just stick with the first part of this presentation and you're all good. You'll be making upwards of 180% on your investment every single year. And you can compound that year after year after year. They will earn a bonus equivalent to 10% on the investment package acquired on the first level and 5% on the second level. So what's really beautiful about this is I have put in and helped bless with this company 25 personal people, and each of them, many of them are sharing it with other people. So that second level of that 5% way outweighs that first level of that 10%. And so that's really incredible to watch that continue to happen, because as they continue to grow, that continue to get, and we build wide in this company. And it is not an MLM. We are a hedge fund, and we build investment teams and investment legs. Big difference. The committee. And now, of course, anytime that you leverage using a system of leverage, then it wants to be considered in that category. But we are an affiliate program. This commission is calculated based on the packages acquired through the referral link, and the payment of this bonus is paid every week on Friday. So here's just a good couple of examples of you just putting in 3 people. At this, you put in 3 people, you would make up to $10,000 just on your first level, $5,000 on your second level in this example, $15,000 by putting in 3 and helping them put in a few. We do have what we call a primary leg, and that primary investment leg, it has a 40% rule, and you count 40% of your main of your biggest leg, and this helps make sure to sustain the whole program and makes it so this payout is absolutely incredible and always on time, and it can always 100% be sustainable. So here's why I said that, because as you move up here, when you start to get a monthly residual, this is on the 5th of every month that we get our residuals, and then our ROIs are always paid out on the Saturdays after payday of the 5 and 10%. So 2 paydays a week basically is how this runs, because we get weekly on Friday with the 5 and 10%. We get our ROIs paid on Saturday if that's our Saturday, and those are monthly. And then here we get residuals on a monthly basis the Friday after you began. This commission is paid first Friday of every month. Well, no, this residual is paid every 5th of every month. Okay. So if you qualified this month, then the following month, after the following month, you would make 1.5%. If you do just 2 things, 3 direct referrals, 10,000 in direct referral total volume, and on your primary leg, 40% of that is counted towards the 10,000. So you always want to make sure that you're running a little bit over that 10,000 mark, and that gets better as we grow here. So up to $1 million in volume on your other legs, on your other investment legs, is where we start to move up. But let me give you an example here. If you take 500,000, which is where I'm at, and let's just say that was the right number, okay? And you times that times 1.5%. You tell me if you would like that check coming in extra every single month. Well, I'm pretty darn excited about it, let me tell you. And that just began. As of today, I clicked over that 500,000 mark, as Andrea was so kind to congratulate me on. So as we move up, 40% in our primary leg gets counted. So you would take, here's how the math would work on this, is in your primary leg, you'd take whatever that total is of your primary, your biggest leg, take 40% of that. Then you add that to the volume of all of your other legs going up 10 levels. This is 10 levels. And then you would take that 40% plus the other investment legs. And then you would times that times 2.25%. So once your other legs get over 1 million in volume, you now receive 2.25%. And that is a substantial pay raise and substantial increase. I cannot wait to get to that mark, and working real hard to bless a lot of lives to get there. Here's what's so awesome about getting there. Once you start to hit these kind of numbers, if this is something that interests you, and if it doesn't, that's okay. You know for a fact, to receive this kind of income, that you have blessed a ton of lives, because the worst thing that can happen to somebody is they get 120% back on their investment over a year's time, period. The worst thing of anybody you put in to Bonanza Global is that they get a return of 120%. So blessing lives is the game. Making a lot of money doing so is what I hope to be a big part of my future. So unilevel residual bonuses keep moving up as you become more and more of a superstar, and it goes all the way up to 4.75%. Well, we've been around about 6 months now on this side of the game, okay? Now, Bonanza has been around a long time. Matter of fact, the person that invited me here has been in investment projects with Bonanza Life and with Bonanza for a long time, and with Paz and many other people. They have this investment group that all these guys mastermind in and do a real big and good job helping each other to find projects that make sense. And Paz and Francisco are the masterminds here. Well, in that short period of time, there's already somebody maxing this out at 4.75% monthly. You tell me about how you would like to receive $475,000 a month in one of the ways they get paid, not even counting your own return on investment, not even counting if you took some of that 475,000. So what if you made 475,000 a month? Okay, it seems unrealistic, but if you did, you could take 300,000 of that, put it back through the system, make another 15% on it, and walk away that month with 175,000. There's just so many different ways here that you can capitalize on your money, because you could put in 100,000, get 10,000 a month, and put that 10,000 back in, and start to even make more and more money with the money that you're putting in. That's all up to you. See, this is investment. You do, and you control how much you want to make with Bonanza Global, period. Our goal with Bonanza is, once we reach 300 million, our hedge fund will stop accepting new investors. Okay, at this point, I don't know what our numbers are, but I know that I got 500,000, and I'm only one of very many. And I'm just a small fry in this pond. So I believe the time to get in, even if it's to lock in at 500, is now, and then decide what you want to do, because it really is this simple. Is anybody that locks in now has options and opportunity to be grandfathered in to anything that this group does in the future. and you get to be a part of that for as little as $500. Now, I tell people I came in at my first investment and I did 10% so that I was seeing money coming back each month. And then once I knew that this, just let this wrap around in my head a little bit, then I came in with more. And every single time, payday's been right on time. Every single time, there's been a couple of times, I guess we've been 24 hours late. And that was just because the payout of residual has gotten to be so big that they have to gather it all together to pay it out into your wallets correctly. And so it's just amazing. But now it's all automated 100% in your back office, and everything's paid like clockwork. So with that being said, all I got to say is I love what we got our hands on. I am a very strong business owner, I believe. And I love to watch my money turn into more money, to be able to buy more assets, to be able to stay on the I side of the quadrant. And I hope to go into retirement on the investment side of the quadrant only, to where that we don't even have to think about going back into work. I don't know what your why is. I don't know what your reason would be. But for me, that is it. That I want my investments to set up multiple generations of my family. I was able to put my daughter into this program, and I really, really love that fact. When I put my daughter into this program, I put her in for $1,000. So she's pregnant. So she's about to have a baby. And so she can't do some of the normal work that she was doing out of home. She was doing some door dashing, and she can't do that. So she gets so I put in $1,000 for her. And so she gets 10% of that every month. And so she gets an extra $100 into her household to buy diapers, to do whatever with. And that was a birthday gift for her. I might just do the same thing for Christmas. I might just keep that rolling for her to where she's getting 200, 300, 400, and that keeps growing every year for her. And that, matter of fact, that's a great idea. I think I'll do that for Christmas. I think I'll make, my daughter making 200 come Christmas gift instead of 100. And guess what? That investment of that 1,000 that I put in, I get that back. The 1,000 that I put in at Christmas, I get that back. And so they'll make 200,000. They'll make 200,000. They'll make $200 extra a month as they have this new baby in February. What a great grandpa that I will be. So just kind of having some fun with you there. But that is something that I do and that I am doing as we speak. So I wish that upon each and every one of you to be able to do different things, to teach your children investments, to help them just get the feel of it. That's what I like about Bonanza, that I get to do that for my daughter and help her get the feel of it. But really, at the end of the day, that me and my wife have plans for our retirement. We have missionary plans and other things that we want to accomplish. And Bonanza is going to help us get there. And I wish the same of your goals and your whys upon each and every one of you. At this point, what I always ask is that you get back with the person who got you on here to help them to get your questions answered. If you need my help on that, then call me. And then if there's multiple, try me, and we'll get to you just as quick as we can. But I think when it comes to investment, I don't do Q&As in front of everybody, because that's your money. It's what you need to talk about. And talking about it in front of 10 other people is not what investment's meant to be. So get with the person that got you on here, get your questions answered, get a hold of me or Sarah or Andrea or anybody else, Bill, AJ, anybody else, so that we can get your questions answered. And we would welcome you to enjoy the passive side or to bless a lot of lives with it.